Today we're working on the Lexus ES300. We are doing the transmission filter and gasket to continue the flush from yesterday. Alright, and once you get all 18 bolts out, you should be able to just pop the pan off. Mine is stuck in place. All 18 bolts are out though. So the next step is to pop the pan off. There is a little bit of liquid inside, so be careful as you're popping the pan off, because you don't want that liquid to spill everywhere. Alright, once you get your transmission cover off, you'll expose your transmission filter. There's 3 10mm bolts holding that in. I already got mine cracked loose. So I'm going to go ahead and take the bolts out now. There's one. Got my magnetic tray for the bolt. Let's get out these other two. But yeah, anytime you do a transmission flush, it's highly recommended that you do a transmission filter change and transmission gasket, pan gasket change, because once you crack that gasket, once you crack the gasket is no longer good to reuse ever. So now we got all 3 bolts out. Let's take our transmission filter out. It's just popped in to place. Whoa! And there's our filter. There it is. See all that fluid that's inside the filter? Yeah, we can't reuse this fluid. We can't reuse it. Alright, once you get your pan clean, there's 2 magnets in the bottom. Make sure you get those all the way clean, all the little small metal debris. They'll be caked on like sludge. Then once you get that done, pan clean, go ahead and clean your get all the gasket material off of the surface, because that'll mess up your new gasket. Alright, then you put your new transmission filter in. Goes like this. It should just pop right in. Nope, it doesn't pop. So you're gonna have to put the bolts to get it in. Alright, then you put your magnets back in place. Put your gasket in place. I got it held down with a little bit of water soluble grease. So the grease just helps the gasket stay in place as I put the pan up. Now while you got that ready and prepared, go ahead and tighten down your transmission filter bolts. Gosh. Just needs to be snug. It don't need to be extremely tight. It's just holding the transmission filter in place. Okay, with new transmission filter is tightened down, let's go ahead. Make sure that the mating surface is clean. Down here I'm seeing a little bit of transmission fluid. So we're about to clean that. Make sure it's clean and dry before we put our transmission pan. And then we'll put the transmission pan up. The gasket wasn't trying to stay, so I put a couple bolts in to guide it, help guide it. Okay, then you get your bolts all tightened down, hand tight. I got mine all hand tight already. Once they're all hand tight, you can bring out the torque wrench and torque them to torque specs, which is what I'm gonna do now. Look at the engine on this 2001 Lexus. Oh my gosh. That gotta be the cleanest engine I've ever seen. They take very good care of this car, that is for sure. But yeah, now we're about to fill up the transmission fluid. On the owner's manual, it said it needs 3.7 quarts to be full. We got 2 quarts over here. All right, then what you guys want to do after you fill up your transmission fluid up to the fill line, the cold line, turn the car on, cycle through all the gears. That way you can let the transmission fluid flow through the transmission and the new filter. And then after you go through all the gears, get out of the car, turn the car off, get out the car, check the fluid. Now you're checking the hot level because the fluid is now hot. So you're checking for the hot level line at this time. And then if it doesn't match up to the hot line, keep filling it up. Turn the car back on, cycle through the gears again, check the hot line, keep on doing that until you for sure got it right at the right level at the hot line. And then you're good to go. Job done. That's it for today's D11 Auto episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to let all your friends know we giving information out for free.